What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP here. Let's play Sonic Generations Part 13. This will be my first of potentially 6 Red Star Ring videos that I will be making. I will show off all the Red Star Rings in the entire game for each act, for each zone. But really quickly here, I want to just show off something that will help you out if you are looking for the Red Star Rings. You can see here the friend or ally characters are always standing out here. Where if you talk to them once, you can manage. If you can manage to get an A rank without losing a life, you'll get an S rank. So that kind of gives you a tip. Then you can see the Red Star Ring mark here. They will tell you where a Red Star Ring is. Springs that launch you backwards can be used to create shortcuts. I saw a Red Star Ring too, so give it a try. Now, they're not in any order, sadly, but that would make it a lot easier if they were. So you have to be careful about the directions that they do give you. But for the most part, it is actually pretty good advice, and it will help you out more often than not. So, it's always best to keep a lookout, or to at least try to remember where they are. I already know where a good portion of them are, so I'm not going to have to worry about it. No, I don't know. I'm just sitting here letting listen to Omo Chow. So now, oh yeah, like this is the first one. As you can see here, I do have the Thunder Shield with me. I'm not going to use it just yet. I would like to save it until I get to where I actually need it in case something like that happens. Because if you do take, I believe if you do take damage with the shield on, you will not be able to get it back again without dying. And this is where it will help you out here. Just try to get up to this path where the second Red Star Ring is. Now you can alternatively just use the Buzz Bomber to jump up there, but it's a lot easier if you go ahead and use the Thunder Shield. Now here you actually have to take this lower path here. I don't know why I jumped down here. Surprisingly, you actually have to take this lower path, which will bring you to the section where you actually have to jump at, and this is the section right up here. So you just get ready to jump about right there, and there you go. You can actually just dive right into it without actually having to use the Thunder Shield. But if you do have it, it's always useful to go ahead and use it. Alright, so let me think where. Now that path that I just passed there, that spring, which on that upper section, is actually where I need to go next. So that's number 4. Just go into the swinging platform to go get to the 4th one, and then you come over here to get to the 5th one. You can get all of these Red Star Rings in one go. Thankfully, but you do have to jump on these Actually, you don't have to jump on these Buzz Bombers, so it doesn't really matter either way. But there's a Buzz Bomber up here that you'll have to jump on once you get up to him. It won't be for a little while. Okay, here we go. So you actually don't have to go on that path. I do apologize. I thought you did. And this is the section where you have to jump onto this Buzz Bomber. Or you can just alternatively just use the Thunder Shield if you do have it. And there you go. That's all 5 Red Star Rings for this level. There is actually a trophy tied to the 5th Red Star Ring there. Finding the one hidden in the tree, and I will get the trophy once I beat the level with the Red Star Ring. Not too difficult. These are definitely a little bit more easier, especially early on in the classic era, to get than the ones in Sonic Colors. Where Sonic Colors were actually pretty difficult. You see Jump for Joy, get the Red Star Ring tied to the spring, as I said before. And it's not too difficult. To be honest, it definitely does. There will be some that are difficult because there are some hidden ones that are tied to trophies. Green Forest, which was from Sonic Adventure 2, but treasure scanner, and you can see there that tells you that you got all of the Red Star Rings. I'm not sure what a treasure scanner is. It may be a skill over here that I'll go ahead and take a look at. Skill shop really quickly. I did buy some skills off screen. I didn't buy a whole lot. All I did was just get the speed up and boost for Metal Sonic, or not Modern Sonic. So I guess guess there isn't anything there, sadly, but anyway. So yeah, not too difficult, at least for in the Dreamcast era, or in this era. So I'll see what Tails has to say here, just to see if he says anything. You got an S rank. That's awesome. I bet you could teach me a thing or two. Okay, well that's not very useful, but anyway, so I'll go ahead and wait, and we will begin Act 2 in a moment. Alright, so we begin Act 2 for Green Hill. This one is actually a little bit more difficult because we don't have the ability to have the Thunder Shield or a double jump ability. So Sonic, modern Sonic's levels will be a little bit more difficult than classic Sonic's will be, just because you do not have the ability to gain a double jump. And the first one's right here, right at the beginning. Not too difficult as long as you kind of stay in the middle. You should be able to get to it pretty easily. But yeah, you know, a lot of them, all you have to do is just kind of think about where they were in let me see that. I was thinking I just missed one. No. Ah, crap. No, whoa. Crap, yeah, I gotta start over. I was supposed to take the top path up there instead of the low path, and I had forgotten to jump. But, you know, that's what'll happen. There will be a lot of paths where you're going by really fast, and then you have to line it up just right. And then you have to, you know, just time everything just right, or you won't be able to make it. Now, unlike Sonic Colors, if you do die before you can get to a checkpoint, you will still have the red star ring. I do have that Sure Feet on, by the way, that helps you brake really fast. You can hear the kind of like tire screeching, and that definitely helps you out when you're trying to go after the red star rings. Be careful, the ground will fall out from underneath you there, so you do want to be a little bit fast while going through that section. But and you have to okay, you want to be careful here as well. It doesn't really matter which rail you go along, as long as you don't go onto the orange dash rings, because the red star ring is right on the left, or on the right rail. But yeah, the Sure Feet definitely does help. They will, you know, if you do have to slow down, it's very useful. Like for somewhere like here, you actually have to go along the low path through this section, so it doesn't really matter. But for a section like that, it definitely does help. So all you have to do is just stay on the low path through this entire section until you get to about here. Oh, missed the tricks. Okay, so you got. It does take a little bit of timing there. You don't want to jump too high, but if you saw, it was above those spikes. And then through here, it doesn't really matter which path you take. Just take a path, and then you know it's not too difficult past that. The last one is a little bit trickier than the ones we've actually seen, and that one will take you will have to use Sure Feet to make sure that you don't miss. And I'll make sure to point it out, but it's along this final section here in the middle, right past these Motobugs, and there you go. That's the fifth one, and that's it. You just have to make sure that you stay along the middle. You cannot use the quick step at all, or you will not make it. So you just have to make sure. Well, I guess you could use the quick step, but it just makes it a lot easier if you go ahead and don't use the quick step through that section. Just stay down the middle, or at least wait until you get to the Motobug section. There's probably 3 Motobugs there, and it's right behind the last Motobug in that line. You don't have to worry about it past that. It's very easy, very simple. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. You got acceleration. I still don't know what those are. They don't seem to be skills. So unless it's something that I gain automatically, or unless there's skills that I have obtained from doing this. I'll take a look at that. We'll go to skill customization. Customize. Okay, so we'll see what this is. Acceleration. Increases speed when starting to run. Oh, that's always nice. And we'll confirm that. And then I'll take a look at the, because I didn't see treasure scanner on there. Okay, treasure scanner. Well, we'll see what the treasure scanner does. Allows you to see hidden items and springs. That might be useful, but because I'm already using the, I need the power break and I need the thunder shield, so I won't be able to show that off, sadly, while doing this. But that could be useful if it shows red star rings, and it didn't say it did. All it said was just shows hidden items, which could mean red star rings, but it also could mean like TVs or different things like that. But anyway, so we'll go in here. We'll go here to Chemical Plant Zone. I'm doing pretty good on time, so I might actually be able to do 3 zones in one video. That's what I'm actually hoping to do, rather than 2. But we'll see. All right, so here we are in Chemical Plant Zone. These red star rings actually, all the red star rings you cannot actually grab in one go. You have to do this in 2 runs, because there is an upper and lower path here at the start, like there was in the original Chemical Plant Zone. And 3 red star rings are on the upper path. 2 red star rings are on the lower path. The red star rings that I have now were all on the lower path, but I will still show off the ones that you can. I'll show them off. Show both paths here. It would be easier for me to say, oh, hey, go watch part 1 when I grabbed all the red star rings. But I'll go ahead and show all these off. That's no problem for me. But anyway, so you will really use the brakes here more than anything, just because you're going really fast through certain sections. You really don't want to be going. You really don't want to have grabbed the speed shoes here, because you have to be pretty precise while going through here. You may want to use the thunder shield there if you're not comfortable with that jump. It's not too difficult as long as you don't grab the speed shoes. The speed shoes make it a lot more difficult, unnecessarily, sadly. But it's whatever. Anyway, so don't worry about this. You have to go along the. I think I might have went the wrong way, as a matter of fact, because this is supposed to lead you onto the lower section, where you're not supposed to go right now. Let's see. Alright, we'll go back here just because I have to go this way. And then you just use this. You're supposed to gain a lot more speed. I want to get out of there really quickly. Okay. Where in the world is it at? There's supposed to be a red star ring around here somewhere. Maybe I passed it and I'm actually going the. No. Okay, well, I guess I went the wrong way. Huh. Well, obviously I went the wrong way. I think I fell down to a lower path when I shouldn't have, but I'll go ahead and show the lower path now, and then yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't have. Well, the red star ring that I was looking for there is tied to the lower path anyway, but there is still one that I need to get on the higher path. But I'll go ahead and get the 2 that are down here. As I've said, I already have these 2. Oh, okay, so they're not. They disappear when there's one here right above that. Right above the entrance to this pipe, and they disappear. They're not hollowed out like they should be. Well, like they were in Sonic Colors, which does stink because it makes it a little bit harder to do a video like this without actually having to replay the entire game over again. But it's right behind the spider. It's when you saw me use the spin dash to that section, and then on the grabber it's actually right behind the grabber. Well, no, actually, you bounce off the grabber and then you can get to it. If you want a more detailed view of it, you know, I apologize, but you're gonna have to go watch part 1. I didn't expect this. Oh, crap! What the hell? Come on, stop! What the? I've got to go up. I have to go up top. I can't. Let me see if I can. There we go. Okay. I have to go up here. I can't fall down. Ah, crap. No. Okay. Let's try this again. This stinks. I'm supposed to jump in that section where I keep falling down. I'm supposed to jump in that section, and I keep forgetting to jump. I guess I'll just go ahead and pull the Thunder Shield out through that section. But it doesn't really matter. I don't have to go on the top path anymore, so that's not important. All I have to do is just worry about, you know, getting back to that section. The only I guess there was actually 3 red star rings tied to the top. It's only just one. The first one that I got, and you can see here this meets up with that top path, and there is one tied to the bottom and the lower and the upper paths that you have to get in 2 separate runs. Sadly, I'll just go ahead and grab those 2 instead of wasting time or potentially wasting, or not potentially wasting time, but potentially falling through this section. And you can see how much more precise you can be without having to worry about running. Alright, now I'm just getting paranoid, trying to figure out where that section is that I need to be at. Okay, so I need to... There we go. So you just jump whenever you can through there, and then you just ride this down. And you have to be on top of that section to get up here, which will bring you here, and there you go, red star ring number 5. Alright, so yeah, that's it. It's a bad way of showing it off, but you know, there you go, that is it. And that's one of the ways that you can easily get to get an S rank, just because you can get through here so quickly, as long as you stay on the upper path. The upper paths will definitely help you out there a lot faster. So they will be more, they will do more for you. Alright, there you go. So, now I will be going into, well, I'll see, we'll see what we got here. Music, I shouldn't get too music, really. It'll be more just artwork. Breath holder, so I guess that lets you hold your breath a lot longer. Artwork and skills that you get. I believe the skills that you get, the extra skills that you get, are tied to red star rings rather than getting all 5 of the red star rings. So I got 4 pieces of artwork and then a red star ring, so I believe that's what it is. But anyway. Alright, so we are beginning Chemical Plant Zone Act 2. Now this is where they will start to get harder. The red star rings will get harder here. The 4th and 5th, well, the 4th one really. The 5th one is not too difficult. It's more annoying to get to. 2 could be considered, well, 1 could be considered difficult, 2 could be considered difficult, as well as 3 potentially. And what you have to do here with 1, you don't want to boost through this section. You have to get onto that kind of hook-like thing. Now, I guess it's a crane, pretty much. But you have to get onto that crane. Now, you could, if I had actually been paying attention, I would have actually been able to jump through there and make it, but sadly I didn't. And this is where the break will come into effect. You have to go onto this trick ramp to be able to make it. Don't worry about using the homing attack to get on it. If you're along the trick ramp, you'll make it. Now you have to jump. You have to jump here, and that's where the break will help you out. And there you go. The red star ring number 1. Depending on when you jump, you can get it on your first time, or you can, you want to break here as well. You can either get on your first try, or you may not. Now, once you get to the second one, you have to take the lower path there. You have to make sure that you jump to get there, and that's why the brake works. Or you can just boost and then jump. It really depends. I know it could be considered cheating using these brakes and everything, but it just makes it a lot easier to use. Now, you want to be careful through here. You don't want to boost too much because you have to take this section slow. Well, I guess not this section. This section actually can go pretty fast. And then there's the red star ring number 3 would be at the very top of this platform. It would be right about here, or a little bit, or a little bit to the right of there. As I've already gotten that one when I went through here the first time. When I did, my first playthrough of here in part 1, I got that one. That was the only one that I got while going through. Now this one is the hardest because you have to be lined up along these rings. Now there is a set of. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to come back to that one, sadly. And you want to jump there. Oh, no, actually, you don't have to jump there. That's actually tied to a trophy where you can. Or there's a set of paths that you can get through here in Chemical Plant Zone where you never have to go underwater. And there's a trophy tied to that path. If you can make it through here without touching the water, or without actually going into the water, you'll get a trophy. Now, if you don't, if you do get to it, don't worry about it because that's actually not tied to the red star ring. The red star ring is kind of out of the way, but it is along the way. You don't actually have to worry about it too much. Now, that would actually be considered going into the water, so that is a section that you should be careful at. But this is where the red star ring is. All I have to do is just, as you can see here, these platforms that will fall. You just have to get over here. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. You don't actually have to go up here. But if you want to, it is actually considered faster. I'm sorry. These paths that I'm showing off where you don't actually have to go along are just considered faster. Now this, you actually have to get onto this crane to get up here. So you do have to use the homing attack on it. That you do have to do. You just want to go over here, get into these boxes, get up there, get onto this rail. This rail has the 5th red star ring. There you go. That's went through. I know I went through there kind of fast, but that is where the red star ring was. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back here for red star ring number 4, and that is the hardest because they changed the mechanics for the skydiving. It isn't like it was in Sonic Unleashed or Sonic Colors. This is a lot different. You move a lot faster in this one, and because you can get thrown off course very easily just by moving just a little bit, you go so far extreme, either to the left or the right. Well, I guess in any direction really, and it just makes it so difficult to be able to get to it and be able to make it. So you have to be very careful, and you have to be very precise while you are doing it. And, it's not as difficult as I'm making it seem. Yeah, it's just, I don't have I'm not very lucky with it, with the skydiving, because I don't practice it all that often. You see, there you go. If you would jump there, you would make it first. You don't have to brake or stop or anything, so it makes it useful there. And now, if you didn't have the brakes, it would be a little bit harder to back up. But all you have to do to get up here, if you didn't use the brakes, is just boost, and there you go. Not too difficult to get there. Now, I'd like to show off how to get this trophy. I'm not going to show off how to get the trophies. Just because they'd be too difficult. Well, they wouldn't be difficult, but they'd just be time consuming. And I opted to go ahead and show off these, the challenges and the red star rings instead of the trophies. If I can get this one and a few of the other red star ring trophies, I might be able to. I really don't know if I can or not. It just depends. and that will really tell me whether I can get all the trophies or not. But now here, if you can line it up with those rings, you'll have an easier time. I was gonna say taking damage will definitely help you out, but I didn't think I was gonna die there. But that'll definitely help line you up. You would think, oh well, you could just use the the speed boost while skydiving. Well, that will throw you off course a lot easier. You can see here, while it does keep you in a straighter line. What the? You just have to make sure you don't take damage, pretty much. So I guess if I can line it up with the rings, I will definitely see if that will work. I doubt it will. Using the the speed up function, it was probably going to throw me off course too much. Not nearly as much as that will. And sadly, you can't jump over that. And there's no way to kill yourself in this section. And if you jump over this... Okay. I will make it, though. And I will still be able to get to Sky Sanctuary. I will have plenty of time to be able to make it to Sky Sanctuary. And get in and out of there pretty easily. At least I hope I will. Anyway, no, I should. This shouldn't take me too much longer. Oh. I want to be careful with that. I keep trying to get onto those, that dash ring and trick ring up there, or the rainbow hoop and the rainbow hoop and the orange dash hoop, but I really don't need to worry about it. I do apologize. I need to cut really. Alright, I apologize for the cut here. I decided, since I had already cut, to go ahead and go to the point where I need to be. I don't know whether I'll make it or not, but, we'll see. I doubt I will. Now, the best thing that I can tell is just to line it up. You don't want to be too far forward. There we go. Okay. The best thing that will help you out, and I'll see if I can get this trophy here. You want to take it slow through this section because you have to jump here. You want to get onto this rail, which will take you up here. But you're not out of the woods yet. You still want to be very careful because there's quite a bit of water around here that you can still jump into if you're not careful. And there we go. Well, I won't get the trophy, but at least I got all the S ranks, but or not the red star ranks. Anyway, the best thing I could tell is just what I did there to get the red star ring is I kept making little adjustments. Once I got to it, I kind of backed up, but I kept making little tiny adjustments to it. I just kept going back and forth really slowly, and that slowed my progress, my movement down enough to where I was able to get it pretty dead on. And that's about the only thing that I can suggest doing. That seems like it works. It may not work every time. You may need to practice it. But it is something definitely that you would like. That I suggest taking a look at it. Anyway, trying it out. I'm still not. That was a mistake. I'm still not out on the. Using the boost or the skydiving speed up technique where where Sonic goes down faster. I'm not against that, but it just doesn't seem like it would work. It very well may. I've never tried it before because I've always assumed that it wouldn't work and never wanted to take the risk. But I may very well be wrong, and it could be the best thing in the world to use. That's what it is. Just trial and error. You have to try different things out. I'm going to skip this. Just try different things out so that you can figure out what works and what doesn't. A lot of these red star rings, you'll have to do that. Try doing just different things. Maybe in a section where you have to jump, use the brakes, or in a section where you have to use the brakes, jump. Just different things like that. Like the skydiving. What I'm made of. That is the theme for the Metal Madness boss fight from Sonic the Heroes when they were. That song plays in the background when you're Super Sonic, Super Tails, and Super Knuckles fighting the Metal Overlord. I guess the Metal Overlord. or 46, 47, 48, and the smasher bonus. Okay. Just different things like that works. That's pretty much all you can do, really. Just try out, just like I said, different little things, anything that'll help you out. Whatever works, really. But anyway, so there you go. Okay. Alright, so we're beginning Sky Sanctuary Zone. As you saw there, I already have 3 red star rings, and this one is not very difficult. It's just tedious. You have to actually play through this level 3 times to get all 5 red star rings, because they are all tied to the final path at to a final to a set of 3 paths at the end of the level, which is very similar to the original. There's a red star ring there. I already got it in part 1. So if you want to see the exact location, sadly I'll have to go to that video. I do apologize, but it just beats playing the game over again to get to get to this one, or to get to all of these. And I guess I really should do it, but because I don't have as many, because this is the save file that I want to end the Let's Play on. That's why I'm going to go ahead and do it on this one instead of doing it like I normally would. But yeah, thankfully they're all actually pretty easy. The final set of, well, the location of how to get to the last path, 3 paths, are actually pretty simple. I went along the first path, the middle path the first time, and I had missed the left and the right path. I believe I went along the right path in the doppelganger race for Sky Sanctuary Zone. But obviously I will still do this level, or I will still show off the path either way, and I'll still show off the middle path as well. Now here, there's a red star ring on this between the middle and the last cloud there, so that kind of tells you where that one is, if you're curious, because you can't see it. Now you don't have to be too careful through here. You can go up here because okay, so you can see where I'm at here. Okay, well I'm gonna kind of be forced to go along the right path. I wanted to go up here and choose a different path, and I hope I can still. Okay, well maybe I'll still go along the. I'll go along the left path this time, just because it's a little bit harder. Now, if I could have stayed up here, I could have went along the left path, but I had fallen here, so sadly I was unable to. Now this brings you up here. That spinning platform that you ride on is kind of the staging ground for where you have to go to get everything, or to go along all these paths. Right now I am on the left path, as I have said multiple times now. But just kind of to mark your location. All you have to do is just, once you get onto the first spinning platform, that tells you where to go. And now to get up here, you have to be careful through here, because you have to. I guess I could just go ahead and use this. All you have to do is just to get to here. Now this one is not actually, the Thunder Shield is not actually very useful through this level. You don't need it quite as often as you would need it in other levels. So it's really up to you whether you want to use it or not. It does help you get through a few sections a little bit faster. It might help you get the first and the second ones a little bit faster, jump on the clouds, but it's not really needed, to be honest. This section it may help. It may help you out in. And so you can see. Oh, okay, that's actually the right path. My bad. Sorry about that. And if you saw the middle path, the red ring was gone, and that just kind of tells you where all 3 of the rings are. And those are the 2 rings that I've not gotten, the right and the left paths. Alright, so we'll hit play again. I could cut and just go back to that point where you're on the platform, but and I very well may, I should, to save time. But I hate cutting unnecessarily, in the middle of an act like this, or during the middle of a level for no reason. And all of this is the same. You don't have to go on to any one path or any one set of paths or anything like that to get to the platform riding section, because all of these paths will meet to it. You know, that's kind of a middle ground section where every path in this game or in this level will meet up to, so it doesn't really matter where you go or when you do it. And there's nothing really that I can show off. While that wasn't my best run going through there, you know, this isn't a good run either. And there's really nothing else that I can show off or say, to be honest, while going through here. You know, I've already showed off everything that I can through this section. I guess I could. I don't have information with me about the level, so I really can't say too much else about it. You know, I can't add anything so that I'm not either rambling or there's not a whole bunch of dead air. I guess I'm kind of rambling now, but I'm not too far. I'm not too far from where I need to be, so it doesn't really matter. The cloud section again. It doesn't really matter if you go up there or not. You know, it's not important. That just means you won't be able to go up there. You'll have to take this path here, or you'll have to go into this platform here. Now I'm going to go on the right, or on the left path here, just to go ahead and show it off, and I'll just save the middle platform for the middle path for last. All right, so now this is a little bit more tricky. To go along the middle path, you want to jump on these clouds. Well, to go along this path, you want to jump down here, right underneath that spring on the little square block is where you want to jump underneath it. You want to make sure that you jump onto the middle. You want to make sure that you jump directly underneath that block, or you won't hit the cloud. I don't believe you'll die, because I didn't see like a warning. This is an instant death section. I believe there's actually a life. No, okay, that was just a ring. Alright, so where am I supposed to go? He was actually supposed to take the time and get to there instead of dropping like I did. But it makes things a little bit faster, so, you know, it doesn't really matter whether you fall off there or not, but you want to be careful through this section, because you have to ride on these platforms. As you can see, if you do fall, you do die. There's some spikes there, you want to be careful. Now, if you notice those yellow kind of arrows, as long as you don't go too fast or you're not spinning the platform, they will not fall off. So, you know, if you do have trouble with these types of platforms, you can go very, very slowly, and you'll be able to make it. You know, it'll definitely make the experience a lot easier on you, instead of having to worry about it or rush while doing it. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's clouds. You do want to be careful, you know, if you do fall and die, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. And because I said I'll do it, I will show off the middle section, just because, you know, this is supposed to be a Red Star Ring video. It's not supposed to, you know, and I would like to show off every single Red Star Ring location, even if I've already gotten it before. And I will definitely say, while these are easier to get, I do wish that Sega would have kept the see-through versions of the Red Star Rings, just to kind of mark where they were before, you know, so it would, you know, it's easier to make a Let's Play or a video showing off where the Red Star Rings are. And that just kind of goes into the discussion and problem that a lot of game companies, while they would rather you didn't make videos about their games. A lot of game companies don't really matter, as long as you don't, you know, if you're not a reviewer, if you're just like a Let's Player or just someone who shows off how to get, you know, emblems or Red Star Rings or S ranks or A ranks or anything like that. If you're one of those people, as long as you don't say the game is terrible, you know, if you don't run the name of the game into the ground, a lot of game companies won't really care about you posting videos about their game. But, you know, some companies do, however. And so that's why I think a lot of games are not Let's Play friendly, or, you know, video friendly like this. You know, this game, to a degree is, and to a bigger extent isn't. You know, like having the red rings see-through from Sonic Colors is definitely a lot better on someone who would make videos, or you know, doing a let's play and showing off the locations of these red star rings. Now, a lot of game companies don't look at it like that, and they don't really care about a let's player or a video maker. You know, they would rather you didn't make videos about their game just because someone can watch the game or watch you do a let's play of it. They don't get any money from it, and you're pretty much taking away potential. Someone would watch you do the game instead of actually buying the game, and then that would be enough for them. You know, they wouldn't have to worry about actually buying the game and then playing it, and so the developers and all that lose money in the long run. And so that, I'm sure they don't go out of their way to make these games difficult for people like us to make videos for it. But they definitely don't go out of their way to make it more Let's Player friendly, and that is a shame. It's proven fact. It's free media. We don't ask anything from the game companies. All we ask is that you don't take our videos down, and give us our time about it, and we'll promote the heck out of your games. There's tons of YouTube channels that are that will promote a certain company or a certain console or a certain group of games or a certain group of companies. Like I guess you could say me, while I have more games than just Sonic and Sega games, right now I'm doing Sonic games, and I've been doing Sonic games, so that would mean Sega. I like Sega as a company, I like their games, I like what they do, and so I promote Sega. While there's people that do Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, different companies like that, and it just stinks when they give Let's Players and just video makers in general a hard time about using their things. Like I said, it's free advertisement. You ain't got to pay us nothing, and we'll still advertise the heck out of your game. So, Twin Spin Attack. I wonder what that is. Twin Spin Attack. Sitting here thinking if it would be from an old Sonic game. I doubt it, but you never know. But anyway, so you can see here, I should have one. Yeah, I was gonna say I only have one red star ring. All right, so this one is going to be the hard one. While Act 1 was tedious, this is going to be hard because you have to go on certain paths. You just can't go wherever you want to, and then you hope to make it. There are certain paths that you have to take to get certain red star rings, and this one is pretty much where the red star rings get difficult. As I said before, the classic era is pretty much the easy ones, but once you get to this level, everything definitely gets a lot harder. So here, if I haven't already gotten it, this will be where the first red star ring is, right up there. If I can get back up to it, and I think I can, yeah. Stinks that they didn't give you the double jump ability. I definitely am missing it, even so after not playing Sonic Colors for so long. So you can see there is red star ring 1. Again, that the path that you have to take, you have to make sure that you go through those jump thing, the red dash rings. You have to go along the left path, and then there it is. As long as you go along the left rainbow hoop, you shouldn't miss it at all. As long as you hit the left rainbow hoop, you're not going to miss it at all whatsoever. So you don't have to worry about missing it. Again, you have to make sure that you go along a certain path, along a certain objective. It just makes it a lot more difficult. Now in here, you have to be careful, because you can see it right up there on top of the fountain. It is actually very easy to fly off of that the highest egg robo and miss getting up onto the fountain. If you miss getting up onto the fountain, you'll have to either die or just start to level over again, which does stink. You don't really have to go up here to get it, but this just makes it a lot faster. Now you have to go along that top rainbow ring. You saw there was 2 there. You have to go along the top one to be able to get up here. You want to be careful just because this section, takes platforming, and Modern Sonic really isn't the pinnacle of platforming, just because he still does move almost too fast to be able to use platforming precisely. Even though we do have the break, the break isn't a for sure, you'll make it kind of thing. You still have to be very careful and very precise with your movements and where you're going to jump. Now this one is the hard one. You have to. Can't believe I missed it. Now if you can see over there to the right, there's a set of platforms and everything over there that you have to get to. Let me see if I can jump over there. I doubt I can actually get to where I need to go because I'm over here, but I'll see either way. And now there was actually a section that you were supposed to jump on, and I can't get the camera to turn around where I need to go, so I doubt I can actually get over here. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Let me see. Come on. I'm gonna die if I step off here. Okay, there you go. You saw the red star ring there. You have to jump and jump onto a pulley here, which will give you the red star ring. Now you probably, I don't know, it would have been definitely hit or miss if you could have made it. You wouldn't have been. Well, I keep sitting here saying there is no way you could have made it, but you could actually have made it if you had known exactly where to jump at exactly the right time. You would have, or when to jump and how far forward to go. You would have been able to make it while going through there, because you would have been able to use the homing attack on the pulley, which would have turned you around and would have been able to make you go along the pulley path. Sadly, I was unable to do that, but that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to kill yourself a lot of the time to be able to get to the right sections where you need to go. I don't have an S rank for this level, sadly, but I'm not really going after the S ranks. To be honest, I'm just going after the red star rings, which are a lot harder, in my opinion. But anyway, so there you go. That's all you have to do. Gotta be okay. But thankfully, I didn't have to replay the level again. And there you go. So this should be 3 videos instead of 6 red star ring videos. That's useful. But anyway, let's see. Artwork 51, 52, 53, 54, and the rebooter. Oh, boost gauge rebooter. Or gauge rebooter, I guess. I'll take a look at it and see what it is. I'll take a look at all of my skills that I've gained. I don't want to do that. We'll go to skill customization. Sadly, you can't customize it anywhere you want to. You have to be here to customize the skills. And let's see. Smasher bonus, breaking enemies, etc. fills the boost gauge. Well, that's nice. Begin with a full boost gauge upon restart. Now that is actually useful. I think I'll get that just in case I do die. And then we'll take a look here and see what we got here for Classic Sonic. I don't think I got too many. Breath holder. Stay underwater longer. That's actually something I can use because I'm going to be heading into Seaside Hill in the next section, and there's actually a few underwater. Well, at least one that I know of underwater section that I have to use in there. But anyway, so that's it. That's all of the red star rings for Act 1, or Sky Sanctuary, Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, and Sky Sanctuary Zone Acts 1 and 2 for each zone. So thanks for watching this. There won't be a challenge in the video because this is a red star ring video, and I don't normally do challenges for those. But I will preview the levels here. Got the most here at Seaside Hill, but I believe that's because I believe it's kind of similar to Sky Sanctuary where there's multiple paths that you have to take. But anyway, so thanks for watching. In part 14, I will do the Dreamcast era. So until then, later, everyone.